Well, what do you get when you combine soccer, poetry, and community service? America Scores Bay Area, home of the poet athlete.
The title of my poem is The Beautiful Game. 6:30 in the morning.
That is 12-year-old Chrysler Tomas. She's a poet athlete and someone that we met during NBA All-Star Week in San Francisco a few weeks ago. She is incredible, by the way. America Scores gives young people a chance to not only thrive as an athlete, but gives them a voice to express themselves and move their communities forward. Carlos Eustace from our Telemundo sister station has more.
Someday you will know my name, but right now my dreams come true. I am soccer. I am a girl. I love playing the beautiful game. Thank you.
A standing ovation for Chrysler Tomas. She recited her poem, A Beautiful Game, in front of professional athletes, tech CEOs, and media at a Bay Area host committee event during the NBA All-Star Week in San Francisco.
I always tell my mom that I wanted to be like someone like them, like be on the TV.
Chrysler's now on TV with her mom, Lorena Tomas.
I feeling very great with that.
And a community watching, including her coach, Manny Anaya.
What I would like you guys right now is take a couple of minutes.
For more than 2 decades, Coach Manny has worked with America Scores Bay Area and students like Chrysler at E.R. Taylor Elementary School in San Francisco.
It's one of the best experiences I have had in my life.
He's coaching poet athletes.
I remember my friend.
The program has a weekly poetry workshop where students write about a topic and share what they write.
It tasted amazing. That smell was so good. It almost felt like I wasn't real.
Then it's off to soccer practice. But what does soccer have to do with poetry?
You know, you start with a rough draft with your ideas. You know, there's your goalkeeper. Then you start with, trying to put it all together, defenders. Then you just, the middle section is like, okay, now I'm flowing, I'm putting my minds together. And the striker to finish the shot, it's like boom, the finished poem,
Look up when you turn around.
So when we get on the field for practices, then, they see it, I'm like, okay, let's start putting it together. Let's put our poetry in motion.
Poet athletes are part of a year-round soccer team.
And today I'm gonna share a poem that I made with all of you.
And participate in what America Scores calls Poetry Slam competitions.
When they asked me to write that poem, I thought about writing about soccer and the feelings I have for it.
Is she one of your players?
She was one of my greatest students that I've had. My wife makes fun of me because she sees that, I have tears in my eyes every time that I see her go out there. Her poetry is beautiful.
Chrysler's younger brother, 9-year-old Leonardo, is a junior poet athlete.
Practically, I just decided to do it because I like soccer.
Have you been starting to like writing?
It's not one of my favorite subjects. I don't think it's bad. So practically, it's something just like regular. I think it's going good.
Leonardo recently competed in his first poetry slam in March.
I'm the best part of me.
He read his poem for our camera. It's titled The Best Part of Me.
The best part of me is my team. Now I'm here, ready to win. The best part of me is me.
Have you helped your brother?
He was nervous in the poetry slam, and I told him that I was nervous too at first, but I told him that before getting on stage, he could take a deep breath.
Founded in 2001, America Scores Bay Area started with 5 schools, and 25 years later, the program is in nearly 150 schools across the Bay Area. Nearly 5,000 students are in the program, and it is 100% free to families.
This is it. This is kind of what we're doing this for, to keep those dreams and keep those pathways open for kids who don't have it without programs like Scores.
Colin Schmidt is the founding executive director.
We've created stuff that has provided meaning and joy day after day, smiles and high fives, and skill building and confidence building.
Mom Lorena is emotional when she talks about watching her children speak up and become leaders in their community. From Guatemala, the single mother says that without America Scores, she could not afford to give them these opportunities.
Mis hijos han podido tener oportunidades que siempre yo he soñado y que a veces en mis posibilidades no he podido, ¿verdad?
You said you always told your mom you wanted to be on TV. Now you're on TV. So your mom helped you do that. Yeah. What do you want to tell your mom about?
If she hadn't pushed me towards it, I wouldn't have made this, and she's always there for me.
Efectivamente, yo no pude haber tenido una mejor hija. A veces siento que ha crecido más de su edad.
I can't say enough, you know. I'm in love with the program. I'm in love with, you know, the way I'm teaching it.
We have to run to the ball.
That was Carlos Eustace reporting. One more note, U.S. Soccer and the women's national team had Chrysler, her brother Leonardo, and mom Lorena as guests for their game against Brazil earlier this month at PayPal Park. What an experience for them. They got jerseys and watched as the players came on and off the field.